Hello and welcome to my video where I show you how to make this super easy high protein taco pasta. To start, I spray my pan with avocado oil. I like to use avocado oil because it has a higher smoke point, and I like to use a cooking spray instead of pouring oil into the pan because you spray less oil than you would in a pour, so it's lower calories. Next, I add my onion to the pan, which I was a bit too impatient and actually added it too early. My pan was not hot enough, and you can tell that because it did not sizzle when I added it to the pan. I like to break up my onions and make sure they're all small pieces once it's in the pan with the spatula, because I avoid contact with an onion as much as possible when it's on my cutting board because I have very sensitive eyes. Once our onion starts to turn translucent and there's a little browning, we can add our meat. And we cook our onion before adding our meat because the onion sweats and we don't want that extra moisture in the pan because it does not allow the meat to brown as much. And that browning is good on meat. It's that umami flavor. Also known as the Maillard reaction, which is named after the French chemist who discovered it. You can also use any ground meat for this recipe. I use turkey, but you could use beef or chicken. Chicken might be a little bit more dry and beef is more expensive. Once your meat has been cooked all the way through, I kind of push everything off to the side and add in tomato paste in the middle. Then I stir it all together to distribute it evenly throughout the meat. Is it Gordon Ramsay who says you season every part of the recipe? Which is why I do this here. Also, I saw this girl make tacos once and she did the same thing with her meat with the tomato paste, and I haven't gone back ever since I watched that video. After the tomato paste is all mixed in, I add my packet of taco seasoning. I just use the one from Aldi. I love how you can see the meat darken with the addition of the spices, and it just looks so delicious once it's mixed together. And it's all right if it's a little over seasoned here. I usually do one packet for like 1.5 pounds of meat, but we're gonna add more liquid and more noodles so it'll all be well balanced in the end. Now I'm adding my jar of salsa, also from Aldi, and a little bit of milk for some creaminess. And then I mix that together and it's already looking amazing. I like to use the jar as my measuring device. So one jar is like 15 or 16 ounces, so that's about 2 cups. So I know if I want 1 cup of milk or 1.5, that's about 75% of the jar. And just look at how good and saucy and delicious this meat looks now. And we still need more liquid because it's a 1-pot meal, so we're gonna be cooking our noodles in this. I like to use chicken bone broth for more protein, but any broth or even water would work. I add in my noodles, and I like to use the Barilla Protein Plus noodles. They're in a yellow box, and I found that they are the most like normal tasting protein pasta out there, and that the texture is super close. I also really like these because they're higher in fiber than a regular noodle. Noodles are just amazing. Once I get my noodles all mixed in, I cover my pan and I let it cook until the noodles are done. Probably like 5 minutes, but just check to make sure. Now I add my cheese, and I'm almost done with the whole recipe. I just have to mix it in.
I don't know if that's worth your energy, Mom. I'm sorry it irritates you, but just realize how much attention she's paying you and don't let yourself pay that much attention to her.
I try and I do that a lot. But, like, she literally lies and makes things up.
And you do the thing. Lays in the sun all the time to the point where it's like gross. Like she ages and they can see her little hot dog legs. Just so to her.
I love to call my mom or my grandma when I'm cooking and get all the tea about what's going on. Why is there so much drama with retired people? Blows my mind.